Hey, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So, thanks for joining in. I hope you've seen some of my shorts, the Princess Wife ones or the Hidden Palaces of India. If you have not, I will leave the link on top here. Do check that out. This is a very nice location in Madhya Pradesh. The name of the city is Mandav or Mandu, as they say in the localite language. And this hosts a group of heritage sites, right? And which you can go ahead and watch. Now, if this was in my itinerary for Madhya Pradesh, not really. We accidentally came across this, so we did a Google search, and this had come in the locations where we were traveling from one city to other. This was coming in between, but we were not sure whether we should go, we should not. And when we were inquiring with localites in Madhya Pradesh, they did recommend that this location is really good to go. That's how we reached here. Now, since this is a road trip, we had our own car, and I was driving off with family. As you reach here, you are welcome with a lot of darwazas, as you see the current one as well, right? Each of them will be neatly named across. The darwaza mentioned there, so you're welcome by one, then you have another, the third, the fourth. There are multiple such darwazas, and as you cross each of them, right, you will see some ruins from the past as well. I mean, when they were built in the same era, you would see them across in the nearby locations. Once you've crossed these multiple darwazas, you would reach a location where they've created a backdrop. I love Mandav. So, in case you want some savior pictures, you can definitely do that. And as I was mentioning, as you keep crossing, slowly towards the main city, you're going to definitely see ruins on both the sides of the road. So, yeah, I mean, if you really don't want to sit and explore each and every site, then I think that's one good way to look at. As I was saying, I really didn't have like 2 whole days to be here. So we reached a bit later in the evening, say around 5:36. So we couldn't do much because typically these locations or these sites shut down at around 5:36. But the best part is they open up right in the morning at 6 a.m. Now, this particular clip that you're watching is in the evening time that we reached. So around 5:30, this was actually the last batch which was leaving this location. So till the time we settled down and we came back to, say like let's just explore the external piece of it, and in the morning we would go ahead and do a proper scouting, but we couldn't. It ended up getting shut. So yeah, as I was saying, it starts off so early in the morning at 6 a.m. And I get it, okay, in winters, 7, it makes more sense because you would have some light. But yeah, if you're going in summers, try making a point to reach around 6:15. You will, this is going to be a place for yourself, right, when you do that. Now, this is the same night that we reached. We have gone to the Jahaz Mahal. So this is a place where a sound and light show happens. I think the first show starts is around 7 in the evening, and then they have later, which is in Hindi, and then the English show, if I'm not wrong, starts at 8:30 at night. So they charge you around if 180 rupees for adults, and say 300 for foreigners. The 180 is for the Indian charge, and kids up to 12 years is free. It's an awesome show. They say it's an hour show, but it actually is only for 20 minutes to 25 minutes. But the way they have used this historical place as a backdrop on which they use their laser lights is awesome. Now, must go. Now, this is the second day, and here I am at Jami Masjid. So 7:15 in the morning we were there. We made it a point. They charge you around 25 rupees as an entrance ticket. As you rightly enter from the gate, and you're welcome with this huge room. Now the stone work is different. I've not seen it, at least in any other cities, in terms of other palaces, right? They could be of different other stones as well. So you see that dome, and there's a lot of jali work which is there on the windows as well. Yeah, very pretty. I really liked the ambience here. And as you cross that, right, you're going to be welcomed with a huge courtyard. Very well done. only sad part is, this building is started to soil because of its age. But the way they have maintained it's quite good. The garden is well done. It's all neat. You'll not find it being dirty in bits and pieces or anything of that sort, right? It's well maintained and upkept. So yeah, as we start walking towards this courtyard, you will see the greenery. And I like twirling here. I really loved it. The sky was pretty. I think the lighting itself, natural lighting, was so good that the pictures also turned out very well for me. Now, as I was speaking about this location, Jami Masjid, this was constructed in 1405 and is one of the oldest mosques in Mandap, and is one of the prime examples of Pashtun architecture. So it was built during the reign of Hosang Shah, who also so his tomb is also here. So the mosque, there is a mosque as well. So this is the place where, this is the courtyard part of it, and it's really long. So you really have to walk a lot, and then they have multiple stairs right from there to go on the back side of it. And once you go towards the backside of this courtyard is where there is a mosque there, right? So again, this is just the internal courtyard, and I'm just kind of running you through the tomb, the pillars. Just check the architecture. I mean, no machinery, nothing, and the way they've done it, they've built it is really, I've felt in love with the architecture and the scenery, and it was really pleasant to be here. Yeah, so I was mentioning this is the place where you go from to the backside of this courtyard, and again you will have in bits and pieces garden which are very well maintained and kept in. And as you quickly walk towards as you quickly walk towards from there, you would be again welcome to a huge courtyard on the back side. And this is the mosque, and right behind this mosque, towards now the right hand side here, is again a huge courtyard to see. So right, so the mosque features a grand entrance, and again there's a large courtyard. It showcases a lot of intricate carvings and a beautiful dome, as you can see. Its design is very simple yet elegant, and it's significant to the religious sites for the local religious community out there. And yeah, that's how this is. I'm kind of making my way back. Trust me, you can actually get so many pictures here and lovely quality of video depending on the weather. Though you really can't have much, right? I mean, even if you think that's just one place, easily you can spend an hour and a half. And also these are some pictures which I've taken there. And right after this location, right bang opposite this location is Khilji's tomb. So this is Muhammad Khilji's tomb. It's also called as the Tower of Victory. I'm not really sure on what's the backstory. There was no guide available right early in the morning, and I wouldn't have gone ahead as well because we really short on time. So yeah, that's where we were. That was the Jami Masjid, and right opposite it, if you just cross the street and you are here at the Khilji's tomb. So this is the entrance. Again, this particular structure is actually badly damaged compared to the front one. You have the pillars, but the roof and all is actually nothing left, right? And but yeah, I think this is marble, if I'm not wrong. If not, but it looks really good, like the yellow and white combination. As you just cross it, there's nothing left actually. There's no ceiling left. Everything is kind of soiled off. But this is the Muhammad Khilji's tomb. As you enter here, there are two tombs there. I'm not really sure. It's not named which one belongs to Muhammad Khilji or both belong to him. But yeah, that's about the tombs here. The one that you see here, this is one of the first tombs here, and right diagonally opposite. So this is the second one, and I really don't know which belongs to whom. But yeah, that's how it is. As I said, there's nothing left. There's no roof. It's all exposed to sun and weather. But yeah, that's that's pretty much, this site is pretty small, but yes, this is on the top level, but if you go beneath, there's a lot of other locations to explore there within. So we've moved out from there, and here we have come to Rani Roopmati's Mahal, and it starts with the Rewa Kund, and that's the mahal that we have to go on top with. Now as we go here, this is also called as Roopmati's Pavilion. Roopmati basically is Roopmati's fort is basically overlooking Baz Bahadur's palace. Now, Baz Bahadur and Rani Roopmati were lovers, and that's how, they had a very great love story. I mean, very renowned love story, like the other lovers. So this is the Roopmati Mahal, or the pavilion. It has a very scenic view. As you walk around, this is layer one, then there's, you go on top of it as well. The view is spectacular. You can actually see from there the Baz Bahadur's palace as well. Then you can also see the Rewa Kund, but this is early in the morning though, right? So you'll see some bit of smog or fog there, but the view spectacular. Her garden is, the I'll be very honest, the way they've kept these locations very clean and upneat, the location perspective. But when you try to reach there, yes, there's a lot of Adivasi or the tribal people who still live around these areas. So maybe those places are not really clean, but this particular locations, the historical locations, are quite clean and well maintained. So that's Baz Bahadur's palace, which is you can view from her fort, or what do you say, the pavilion. And as you can see, I actually, to be very honest, I felt I was in one of the Rajasthan palace, but very, very well done. Again, the structure is quite similar to the other ones that you have seen there, right? And all of them have very beautifully well maintained gardens. The view from again, this fort is very nice, because it's again on top of a hill, and for me the weather was clear, so the greens, the blues were really highlighting. I hope that's making sense. But the view of the entire city is right from here. You have that steps area. From here it goes through this, I don't know, what should I say, this has a tunnel, which is also fun. And you come out of it to another multiple rooms. Trust me, I think this was the real reason they wanted to make it the bhul bhulaiya types, or a maze types, that you actually get lost, for the ones who don't know the way. But really love this. Now the next, immediately, as you go down, right, I mean, actually Baz Bahadur's palace comes first, and then Rani Roopmati's Mahal, but yeah, we went the other way. So this is Baz Bahadur's palace, which you could see from Rani Roopmati's Mahal. And here as well, this is comparatively smaller to Roopmati's Mahal. Structure is again quite similar. As you enter from here, you are welcomed with a very nice garden. It's simple but kept very well. And yeah, as I mentioned, I mean, these locations, you can keep sitting here and enjoying your picturesque sessions, etc. Now, Baz Bahadur Fort is a notable structure which was built by Sultan Baz Bahadur in the 16th century. Again, it has a very expansive courtyard, terraces, and it has stunning views, as I was mentioning. It is intimately connected to the romantic legend of Baz Bahadur and Rani Roopmati, and it also highlights their love story amidst the backdrop of this magnificent palace of theirs. Again, the fort's architecture reflects both military and residential processes, showcasing the dual nature of its use. And there's a lot of story which in the sound and light show they do mention why this was built. I think Baz Bahadur wanted to view Revan river, whereas Rani Roopmati wanted to view the Narmada river. And that's how both the locations, respectively, Baz Bahadur's and Rani Roopmati Mahals, serve the purpose, right? So this is the view from Baz Bahadur's palace to Rani Roopmati's palace. Again, the location is really nice and intriguing, and it really, I've really enjoyed taking some clips, snippets, and pictures here. So, Rani Roopmati was a fabulous and fantastic singer, and she was also very pretty, and that's how their love story kind of went forward from there. And as mentioning, as we were crossing from this palace to another one, so we are going ahead to Jahaz Mahal, and on the way, there are many these ruins or small group of heritage sites which you can actually stop by if you wish to. If you do not have time like us, you can just on the way, on the go, just keep looking at them, and they're almost looking on the similar side of the structure as well. So you remember this sound and light show that we did of Jahaz Mahal the last evening? So that entrance is different. It's from the back end of Jahaz Mahal, and this is the other side. So this is when just you enter. Okay, by the way, here you have to leave your car off around 800 meters, and from there either you can walk by to this place, or you can take an e-rickshaw which generally charge you 10 rupees or something per head, and drop in here. So as soon as you come in, the first structure that you saw towards the right was the stable for horses, and all the grains to store there. And then you are welcomed by this beautiful garden, behind which you have a water body, I think fountains and those kind of things. And then towards the left is also Hossein Shah's palace as well. So this, by the way, is one of the biggest or the largest palaces in terms of area that I think is compared to the previous two sites that we visited. So this particular site really takes a lot of time. So do try to keep at least major half of your day or more than that for this particular location if you want to really explore end to end. Again, love this place, like the garden, the site, and why this is Jahaz Mahal, because it's in the shape of the boat, and both the sides there is water, so that's why this is named as Jahaz Mahal. Even in the garden area and all, you'll have this specific sites and places to sit, take videos and pictures. And as you climb on top, again quite similar structure, right? But yes, from each of these locations, as I mentioned, on the front side is the water body that was made, and I think on the back end there is also a water body which you can view, and in between both of them this palace is there. I suggest you try reaching earlier, because then in that ways you have lesser crowd and you feel more towards yourself enjoying this venue. But nonetheless, even if you have people around and if you enjoy that, that's great. So this is really, as I was mentioning, a very how do I say, in terms of length, it's a very lengthy site. There are multiple things to explore there. I think smaller areas and venues as well behind this palace. So it really takes a lot of time. It really takes a lot of time for you to walk as well. You can't skip walking here. So that's the top level of his mahal that we were viewing. As you can see on the other side of the river also, there is a lot of sites, but we really didn't go because we didn't have time. Actually, exploring only this first half of it took us a lot of time. So in between there was a lot of bath area, like you see this, and then there's a lot of nice intricate designs that have happened, that have been created as well. Now, Jahaj Mahal or Ship Palace was constructed around in the 15th century, and it was a pleasure house of Sultan Giyasuddin Khilji. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's uniquely designed between two artificial lakes. So both of them are artificial lakes or man-made created lakes, and it creates an illusion that it's floating on water. It's also known for its lavish lifestyle, which is filled with music and drama. And the name Jahaj Mahal reflects its design, its ethos, symbolizing the luxury, the opulence during its heydays. So, yeah, I mean, that's like the quick brief on Jahaj Mahal. Again, you are going to have guides who can see. That's the small miniature of Jahaj Mahal. So that's all about my trip to Mandav. and the group site heritage. I have tried to cover and explore a lot of locations which I could, like the Jami Masjid, Muhammad Khilji's tomb, Rani Roopmati Mahal, Baz Bahadur's Mahal, Rewa Kund, and then the Jahaz Mahal. And then the earlier night we'd been here for the light and sound show. Because as I mentioned, I was low on time. We actually had to leave, so I couldn't explore the latter half of it. But yeah, that's about it, and that was my experience. I would definitely recommend. It's good, suitable for both couples and also for family. And yeah, let me know if this was helpful. Did you know about this place? And if not, would you want to go ahead and travel here? Do like, share, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you have any specific questions and I can help you with, I'd definitely like to. But yeah, that's about it from my side this time. Let me know what are your views. How did you find this? And we'll stay in touch, and I'll be putting up a bit more other travel content that I have been to lately, and see you around then soon. Bye.